So today, let's have some heart-to-heart talk. I know a lot of publishers are frustrated because of what Amazon is doing lately. It is very demotivating for you to take your time, research topic, research the content, arrange, format, write quality book, take time to design beautiful book covers, write compelling description, keywords, which is even the hardest part, and you take your time to get the best of keywords, stick to all Amazon KDP terms and conditions, and your book will still get blocked in less than 30 minutes of uploading it. I know how frustrating that can be. It has happened to me, so I understand very well. The most painful part is the account termination. I mean, you done all this, you've uploaded a couple of books, and then you wake up one day, receive an email that your accounts have been terminated for no just reason. You can't even think of a reason why they terminated your account. A lot of accounts have been terminated recently. My students complain that their accounts get terminated, and it's very, very painful. I understand. Amazon will now tell you that you don't even have the right to create another account. That's not even the most painful part. The most painful part is that they withhold your royalties. The money the sales you've made for 2 to 3 months will be withheld. They would not pay you, and that's even the most painful of everything. If you even terminate the account or block my books, give me my money. The sales that I've made recently, just give me my money. I know that I didn't just labor in vain, but in this case, Amazon will terminate your account and they would not pay your pending royalties. It's very painful and frustrating, and I really understand what we are going through. This is not a sweet time for publishers, I must tell you. If you are a publisher publishing on Amazon KDP, to be precise, this is not a sweet time. In the past, KDP used to be very interesting. You upload books. You can, in fact, before you can upload as many books as you want, but now the game don't change. The game has really changed. Amazon have restrictions. You can't do more than 3 books in a day. You can't just use anyhow keywords the way you want. A lot of guidelines, and even after following these guidelines, to your greatest surprise, they can still terminate the account. For me, I've started thinking that there is something else that we don't know. There's some forces against Africans generally that has nothing to do with the quality of book, the keywords, the book cover, or even the content. I think that there is actually a fight against Africans. There is something that is happening in the back end of this KDP platform that they don't want us to know about, because no matter how much you try, no matter how much you put in the efforts to get things right, the accounts still get terminated. And even if you ask, Amazon will never tell you why they terminate your account. Something is fishy. This is my own ideology. I feel like they are doing this intentionally for reasons best known to them. But in the midst of this storm, in the midst of these unpleasant actions by Amazon, people are still cashing out. People are still making sales. This is why you don't have to give up. And this video was created specifically for you. So if you are in this category, you've got your account terminated, you've got your books blocked, everything seems frustrating and nothing positive is coming out of your KDP business, I want to tell you, don't give up. We are still withdrawing. People are still making money. The only advice I will give you now, once you have created one account and you've built it to a reasonable level that it has started earning you some money, quickly get another device and start another account. Now, the good thing about creating multiple accounts is that you're not going to be creating it in your name. Since Amazon said they don't want you to have more than one account, you can actually create accounts for your siblings, for your mom, for your dad, for your uncle, anybody around you that you can get a hold of their ID card, and then create the account like they created the account. Use another device, use their name, their details, their bank details, everything about them, but you are the one running the account with another device. This is what I mean when I say multiple accounts. I don't have multiple accounts in my name. I have another account with my brother's name. I have another account with my mom's name, my dad's name, my sister's name, my uncle's name. Even my friends that I know would never do KDP, I have accounts in their name. So I'm running multiple accounts, but not in my name. So it is like they are the ones running the account and I'm just the one operating it. This is exactly how to run multiple accounts. So that's going to be my first advice for today, so that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. But now I want to give you 8 solid tips on how to run a winning KDP account and build a winning KDP mindset. Let's get started. If you are a beginner or an existing publisher, or you just want to start this KDP business, I must tell you the road is very rough. No matter what anybody tells you, maybe a course creator or a coach, and they want you to pay money to them to start KDP, and they tell you, they promise you heaven and earth, you will make big money. I tell you, a lot of them are just lying to you. See, the road is very, very rough. Expect the unexpected. Expect a lot of hiccups, a lot of bridge to cross on the road. So the first thing I will tell you today is that you should be ready for the storm. Have the mindset that this is not a smooth road. People will post screenshots, they will post how much they've earned in a day, in 2 days, in a week, in a month, just to lure you into listening to them or buying their course. Bros, my sister, abeg, be ready for the storm. Understand that nothing good comes easy. I'm not saying that you cannot find people that started KDP this month and are already making a lot of money, but I tell you, everybody have their path to success, and I'm telling you, you should be ready for the storm. A lot of newbies have gotten their accounts terminated and they've been frustrated because they've put all their life problems on their KDP account because of the screenshots they used to see, thinking that everything goes smooth. See, be ready for the storm. That's going to be my first advice for you. Once you have this mindset, you should know that, okay, anything can happen. While I'm doing this business with my whole heart, trying to get it right, I don't have to depend on it completely, because the secret nobody will tell you is that the money on your dashboard is not your money. I call it unclaimed earnings. You've not claimed it. Yes, you were the one that made the sales, and it is your royalties for making those sales. You will see it in your dashboard, but you've not withdrawn it, so it is still unclaimed. Until after 90 days, when you withdraw it, that's when it becomes your actual earnings. So don't plan your life based on unclaimed earnings. I hope that is clear. Once you have this mindset as a beginner or even as an existing publisher, if you've not developed this mindset, you are going to face a lot of, in fact, you will run into depression when the unexpected happens. So please be ready for the storm. Number 2, be ready to face challenges. You see this Amazon KDP, there's a lot of challenges in it. Just be ready to face challenges. You think that writing book is easy until you start writing it. Sometimes you will not see content to write some type of books, especially when it is not a saturated topic. The topic research and keyword research process is very daunting. It is not something that is sweet to do. You have to learn it, and the learning process is not easy. It is very, very boring. So be ready to face these challenges. You can be uploading and something can just happen. Sometimes they'll send your book back to draft for something you think you've done perfectly. Be ready to face challenges. Number 3, don't compete or compare yourself with others. People will post screenshots. Some people will say they made $10,000 in 1 month. Some will say they made $5,000. But you are just making $100 or $200. You will start comparing yourself with them. Man, what's going on? Does this person have 2 heads? That is not how it works. A lot of people have secrets they don't tell people. They will never, if you go and ask them, how did you make this money? They will never tell you. This is why you also need to start learning. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. I have a lot of them though. Check online, go on Google, check forums, check Facebook page, see what people are doing there. People that post their earnings, check what they are doing. A lot of people give tips. A lot of coaches also give tips, but people always like to stay on top, so they keep their winning secrets and just dish out random secrets that everybody might have known about. So please don't compare your $200 earnings and you started just 3 months ago with somebody who started 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago who is already earning $10,000. It is a process. Don't compare yourself with such people. In fact, don't compare yourself with anybody. If you see anybody post the kind of earnings that you are aiming for, approach them and talk to them. How did you make this money? How did it happen? If they can tell you, you are lucky. If they don't tell you, some will tell you to pay for them to teach you. If you have the money, I tell you to pay. If you don't have the money, just keep following them and keep trying to learn new things. But please, don't compare yourself with other people. The moment you start doing that, you are going to fall into depression in no time. Number 4, don't rush. No, don't even rush anything. If you rush things, you are going to hate yourself for it, because Amazon KDP is a business model that requires constant learning. You have to keep learning what works. Things you know today might become redundant tomorrow. You can know how to do something today on Amazon, and tomorrow it is no more working like that. You have to learn the new way of doing things. So don't rush. Once you decide to start this business and you are building your mindset, understand that you need at least 1 month of learning to put yourself on track. If you buy a course, take your time, watch all the videos. In fact, watch it over and over again and practice it enough for you to understand what they are explaining in their course. If you don't understand something, approach the coach or the moderator or the course creator and try to ask your questions for them to answer the best way they can. Learn what works before you jump into publishing books. Some people create accounts and on the first upload, their account gets terminated. This is because they don't even know the right thing to do. So the first attempt was wrong and Amazon terminated the account. Number 5, set realistic goals. You need to be realistic in everything you do. Forget about the $10,000 screenshot you saw. If you are starting today, set reasonable goals for yourself. You can start with $50. Oh, this month or this week, I want to try and upload books enough to give me $50. I want to do my keyword research to get the best selling books to give me good money. From $50 you can move to $200. Okay, I've made my first $50. Okay, let me see, let me try and do what I did. Let me replicate it in multiple ways for me to see if it will increase my earnings. Try to aim for $200, $500, then $1,000. In fact, in these trying times, I feel like even if you are an existing publisher and you've not started making $1,000 and above, please don't even put your expectation or your goals beyond 1,000. Start aiming for 1,000. 1,000 is like the first hurdle to cross. Once you cross 1,000, you can now start thinking of how to move to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 and above. But please set realistic goals. Number 6, create time for your KDP business. Out of your 24 hours, let's say you sleep for like 8 hours, you do other things for like 2 hours, that's 10 hours. You have 14 hours to go. Out of the remaining 14 hours, you can take time. Out of these 14 hours, you can be a 9-to-5 worker. 8 hours is gone out of that again. So take at least 2 to 4 hours every day to learn new things or create new books or learn how to design attractive covers or learn how to format books professionally. Just make sure that every day 2 to 4 hours is for your KDP business if you really want to build passive income through this business. I know it is frustrating that after you put in all this work, the account can get terminated or the book can get blocked, but this is why I'm here in this video telling you not to give up. I know people who got multiple accounts terminated. They will terminate their first account, they will create another one, Amazon will terminate it, their books will get blocked. But today, because they did not give up, they started earning $500, $1,000 or even $2,000. And you know how much that is if you convert it to our local currency in Nigeria. So please set time aside for your business. It can be 2 hours, it can be 3, it can be 4 hours. Just make sure that the time you set is used for this business. If you want to format a book, you want to learn how to create covers, you want to learn how to design book interior, make sure you are spending that time well for that business. Don't put your 4 hours aside and start doing something else. Don't go on social media and start watching videos. Make sure that your 4 hours or the time you set for your KDP business is the time you are using for your KDP business. It will really help you scale through faster in this business. Number 7, keep learning. No matter what you do, even if it's not KDP, if it's CPA, if it is freelancing, any type of business you do, because AI is improving every day, you need to keep learning. You need to keep learning to improve your skill. You need to learn new things. Something that you know how to do yesterday, overnight, everything can just change, and the method you know can become the old method. It can become the old school method. It can become the redundant method. It is no more useful in practical application. You need to keep learning new things. There are a lot of things I know in the past that today I don't do them again. In fact, I just learned something new about book formatting. As much as I think my formatting game is really lit, I learned something new that I just started implementing. Will I teach it? Yes, but not now. I'll teach it later. Before I teach anything, I always want to practice it, implement it, do it, and then see the light in it before I teach anybody. I will not just learn something today and I will quickly teach everybody how to do it. No, I need to first learn it, understand it, know the disadvantages and advantages, know the pros and cons before I bring it out to the public. So everything I'll be teaching you on this channel are things that I have practiced and they are working before I'll bring them here. There are a lot of things that I know that I practice and did not work. I did not bother bringing them here. Before I bring anything to you, know that I have done all the trial and error phase and it is working before I introduce it to my online cousins. Then number 8, which is going to be my last tip for today, is implementation. See, if you keep learning and learning and learning and you don't implement, you are just going to have overload of knowledge. Your brain is going to be filled with, and it's going to make you overwhelmed because you know a lot of things and you're not practicing it. You need to practice them, to offload them, to empty that side of your brain so that new things can come in. Sometimes the reason you're not making money is because you know too much and you're not practicing what you already know in the past. This happened to me recently. I saw somebody earning a lot of money from KDP and I was like, wow, how is this person doing it? Only for me to dig in and I saw that this person is doing something that I already know. In fact, it is something that I know since my freelancing days, like 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I know all these things, but I did not just bring it into my KDP business, and somebody is earning shitload of money from it using that method. So this is another thing. Look back, look at the things you know. What are your past experiences that you can introduce into your current KDP business to scale higher? This thing that I just talked about, I've started practicing it, I've started implementing it. If it works, then I'll bring it to you guys to teach you that, wow, if you want to make a lot of money, you can do this, you can also do this, you can also do this. There's something that I'm also implementing again about social media for KDP business. I'm going to teach that very soon. In fact, I've started seeing results gradually, but it is not yet the kind of results I want. That's why I have not brought it to you guys. Once I hit the kind of results I want, I will then say this is a working system. I'll have to teach my students how to do it so they can earn more. If you follow these 8 tips to build your winning KDP mindset, you are really going to enjoy it and KDP will become fun. Above all, don't give up. Now who give up? Now fuck up. That's the thing. A lot of people that did not give up. Okay, let me give you a short story. During my Fiverr and Upwork days, there was a time Fiverr became a bone in the neck. If you create an account, your gig will not rank and Fiverr will even terminate the account or even deport the account back to a Nigerian flag. And then when that happens, you will stop getting orders. A lot of us, me and my friends, a lot of us stopped Fiverr and looked for another online hustle. But some of my friends, some of my guys that did not stop then, today they are making a lot of money from Fiverr, a whole lot, because they did not give up. They didn't leave the business. They kept learning. They kept facing the challenges. They kept scaling through the storm, and today they are making a lot of money from freelancing. They now even have their own agency. They don't work again. All they do now is to create accounts or use their existing accounts to get jobs and outsource to people who charge lower. But they have built their account and they are ranking very high, so they get the jobs and outsource to beginners, people who are not really earning much. This is how they are making a lot of money, and this was made possible because they did not give up. If you enjoyed this video till this stage, I'm telling you today, stay motivated, stay inspired, and keep going. Give this video a thumbs up by hitting the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Share this video with your friends that are working online. Even if it is not Amazon KDP, the information in this video is going to work for you as long as you work online. Stay motivated, keep going, and be strong. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.